everybody's stuff. And is the media trying to make Tyreek Hill the next Antonio Brown 2.0? Right? Is the inevitable crash out beginning, or is this his own doing? Right? Or is the media going too far with the personal matters that's going on with him and his wife? All right. Look, man. They say that there was a call for a domestic dispute at his condo. Okay, and then you see Tyreek Hill. They were making a big deal of, he has his baby in the balcony. His wife, as you can see here, his wife is looking over the balcony. Okay, and then he has a baby. He looks over quickly and then goes back. Okay, but they're just sensationalizing it like he damn near was hanging his baby over the balcony and all this other stuff, man. Not good. Okay, so we know that, look, Tyreek Hill had the issue with law enforcement at the Miami Dolphins stadium when he didn't want to roll his window down and the cops went super aggro. Now, look, both parties, you can say, could be wrong. Why didn't he just do what the officer said and roll his window down so he can see? Okay, but no, he felt that he didn't need to do all that, and the officer felt he needed to go and bash that window in, throw him on the ground, cuff him as he's getting ready for a game. A whole lot went down from all that. All right. Depending on where you stand, you agree with the cops, or should Tyreek have been complying better? Did the cops go overboard? Was that necessary to bash his win? That is where we were in the season with Tyreek Hill. Then eventually, he's with some OF chick and breaks her leg at playing football or whatever at his house, and while his wife's there apparently, and he still goes on and to smash this and the lady's leg that he apparently broke. He's getting sued. All kinds of stuff going on. Is it to the is it to the Antonio Brown level? Not yet, right? But things are starting to add up more questionable. Tyreek Hill, we know all the baby mamas he got, and we know he's been involved in some other things, but it seemed like he's just been in the news more lately, and it's not really football related. And there's been talks of is the Miami Dolphins ready to cut bait with him? Okay, look, at the end of the season, Tyreek Hill, I think he just alluded to not being happy in Miami and not winning. Okay, you chose to go there. You chose to take the money. Nobody's knocking you for taking the money. You chose to take the money and leave a GOAT quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. Fine. Okay, and you're not winning. And when you're not winning, just these things happen. Not saying that winning is tied to just whatever's going on off the field, but you're not when you're not in a winning culture, right? You're not gonna have the mindset to kind of just conduct yourself as a champion that he is, right? Patrick Mahomes goes on to win 2 more Super Bowls after your departure. You're in Miami, you got your money, and your team is getting bounced in the playoffs. Okay. And that's it, man. That's it. You're enjoying the weather in Miami. You got your money, deservedly so. And here we are, fast forward, right? Nothing seems to be coming. No good news seems to be coming out about Tyreek Hill. Not about football. This could be something that the Miami Dolphins front office look at and be like, he's just becoming a distraction at this point. Now, is it fair, right? We don't know. I've heard the 911 call. Look, women, we know how they can make dudes look a certain way. So, we just need more information. But nonetheless, it's out there now. It's out there. It's the story getting sensationalized. Him on the balcony with his baby. Not that was a big deal, but they want to make it, he just looked over. And they want to make it a big deal. Baby in hand, over balcony, headline, domestic dispute, headline, Dolphins, wide receiver, millions of dollars, headline, getting sued by OF, headline. It's a lot right now. It's a lot. Could we be on an Antonio Brown trajectory? That remains to be seen. Not trying to put that on the brother, but it's giving people reminders of another star receiver. But Antonio Brown was very loony. Very, very loony. Look, the stuff that Antonio Brown has done up until the point compared to what Tyreek Hill has done, it's child's play. Antonio Brown's on a whole another level of foolishness and craziness. So we're not even there yet, but the comparisons are starting to be made. You know, they're already putting the narratives are already starting to be out there about Tyreek Hill. Is that fair at this point? I don't think so, but at the same time, some accountability. You gotta take accountability in terms of, you know, just there's a reason why your name's out there. There's a reason why these things. It's not like Tyreek Hill's being picked on. Okay, that he finds himself in these situations. Unfortunately, y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. Catch you on the flip. I'm out.